Hi, my name is Chip Kidd, and I'm an award-winning graphic designer and writer. For more than 3 decades, I've devoted my life to writing and designing books. I've designed book covers for James Ellroy, Michael Crichton, David Sedaris, and Haruki Murakami, just to name a few authors. My work is considered at the forefront of a revolution in book packaging. Kidd's iconic covers, with their inventive marriage of type and images, have influenced an entire generation of design practitioners in many fields. Okay, well, that's a note from my publisher, but hopefully you agree, right? In the area of comic books, I've collaborated with such leading artists and writers such as Chris Ware and Grant Morrison, and on projects for DC Comics, including Batman and Superman. My job is to literally figure out what a story should look like. I receive the text of a book, I read it, and then I create a visual distillation and interpretation of the text. I don't have a specific visual style, but I do have a sensibility. That's a bit difficult to explain, but if a client or author can predict what I'm going to make for them, then I've failed. And yes, I fail a lot, and that's part of the process. The key is to keep going and learn from that. In this Domestika course, you will work with graphic design in such a way that the content is going to inform the visual outcome. For the final project, you will create a comic book cover prototype from beginning to end. The difference between a graphic designer and what we call a fine artist is that as a graphic designer, I'm trying to solve somebody else's problem as opposed to creating my own. First, we'll identify the problem. And then we'll dig deep into the content, discovering the emotional appeal, intention, and minimalist design. Oh, and by the way, I can't draw, so this is not an illustration course. I will teach you how to work around that by cheating. Based on our source material, we will develop our concepts and execute them. I will work with stencils and spray paint. Finally, we will use this thing with a keyboard and a screen to assemble our elements into 3 separate mechanicals and pick a final one. As a bonus, I will show you how to apply your concepts to multiple stories and make a winning portfolio. By the end of this course, you will know the nuts and bolts of book design and how to apply conceptual thinking and problem solving to create your unique graphic form. You can use any media you want for your physical artwork, and then we'll be working with InDesign. Create an object that invites exploration, interaction, consideration, and touch, like this.